Jared Polin, FroKnowsPhoto.com, and this is the Raw Edit of the Week number 64, as well as your Raw Edits of the Week and Adam and my edit of the week, Raw number 63. So up on the screen right now, you can see where you want to jump to. If you want to just stick around and see the new file, you can click, well, you can stay right here. If you want to see your Raw edits, you can click the link up on the screen now. And if you want to see Adam and my edit, feel free to go ahead and click that at any time. So here we are with the Raw Edit of the Week number 64. The file is of this monkey. I hope it's a monkey. I don't want to get yelled at for calling it something else. It could be Caesar. You never know. This is a cool file. I've seen what the edit that the photographer has done, and it's great. They did a great job with their edit. I'm not going to tell you what they did because it's your job to go ahead and edit and have fun with this file. It was taken 1/400th of a second at f4, ISO 1600 with a 70 to 200 millimeter on the Canon 20D. So it's a nice shot. We can see that it's nice and sharp right here on the monkey's hands and face. It looks great. And I haven't picked a file like this in a long time, but, you know, we've been doing a lot of portraits of good-looking women. Last week we had a cute little kitty cat, and this week we have a really cool, interesting, non-human being. I'll just leave it at that. So what are you going to do to this file? Do your normal edit, and then let's see some extreme off-the-wall edits. Is it going to be a Planet of the Apes poster? What are you going to do with it? Let's see what you have. I have some things in mind that I want to do to this file. Maybe I'll crop it. Maybe I won't. Maybe I'll split tone it. Maybe I'll go black and white. Maybe I'll stay color. Who knows what we're going to do, but let's see what you're going to do with this week's Raw Edit. If you'd like to submit a raw file, we're not talking about this file, we're talking about one of your own files, you can send it to froknowsphoto@gmail.com, and that's where we select photos to basically put up for all of you guys to edit, so please do that. Send those in there. Be sure to upload them to the Froknows Photo forum and rename your file Froknows Photo Raw Edit 64, and if you would like to make a screen flow of how you did your edit, please make it as a video response to this video and call it Froknows Photo Raw Edit 64 as well. So there you have it. This is the file for you to play with. Adam and I will be back next Tuesday. That's how we seem to be doing this now, consolidating everything into one Tuesday video for your raw, or for the Raw Edit videos. So what you're going to see on Tuesdays, you're going to see a new raw file being introduced. You're going to see your raw edits from the week before, and you probably will see Adam and my edits from time to time again for how we did the file from a week before. So that way, it's all consolidated into one simple video, and it's not 3 separate videos clogging up YouTube and the inbox. So now you can stay tuned for your raw edits of the week, or you could use the menu bar at the top of the screen. Here is my Raw Edit of the Week number 63, and it is of this pretty little kitty cat. I like kitty cats. Everybody like kitty cats. So this was taken 1/50th of a second at 5.6, ISO 3200 at 55 millimeters with an 18 to 55 lens on a Nikon D3100. And I know this is a file that is very reminiscent of what some of you people are out there getting with your images. And that's why I picked it for the Raw Edit of the Week, because, you know, it's something that you may be used to seeing. Not every file is perfect that comes out of the camera. None of us take perfect, well, I can't say none. I'm sure there are some people that take perfect pictures out of the camera, but there's always some tweaking that could be done and that can be done. And this photo is definitely one of them. So are you going to go color? Are you going to go black and white? Are you going to split tone this? You know, we talked about that before. Let's see what I'm going to do with it. You know, first things first, it definitely does need to be brightened up a little bit because the light's coming in from the back, and basically this is the shadow area. You know, the colors are very interesting. They're not uber-duber fantastically popping. That's why I think that this may lend itself better to a black and white image or possibly a split tone. So there I'm going to switch to black and or white. I wonder why they don't say black and or white. It's like black and white. And let's see what we can come up with this. Now, you see the noise, aka grain. I know some people say that noise is different from grain. It absolutely is, but I'm just talking in terms of these dots look like grain to me. So I am pumping this up. Let's see what happens if we go Mr. Fill Light followed by too much black levels. Now pull that back. You know what? Let's also throw something in there. Let's do a post-crop vignette. Yeah, we'll take away. Yeah, that's drawing me back into it. I'm liking that. I'm going to go with that. Post-crop vignette. I don't think a crop is in order here. I'd like to do some sort of split tone. No. 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 Definitely not. No. 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 I don't know. I'm liking that a little bit more. So there we go. We got something like that. Let's turn that off and just see where it was. There to there. It gives it a little bit of crunchiness, and I'm actually feeling this right now. I like it because the ear is nice and lit up, but here around the sides we've got the vignetting going. Let's make sure that I actually have that on. And yep, this is with it. This is without it, and it made it much stronger to have it with it. So I'm going to pump that up a little more and see what we can come up with. Maybe let's go in and do something to the eyes. Let's see if we can add some sharpening there. So I'm going to click right here to play with sharpness just here in the eyes. That could overdo it, but I just want to see what would happen. Let's turn it. Ah, there it is. It's subtle. You don't see much there, but we're going to leave it at that. I'm going a little more black. I'm going to pull back slightly. And let's see where we started. That's where we started, and this is where we have finished. You know, I made the focus of this the eyes. That's where we went to. I like this better with the post-crop vignette because it gets rid of the glowy McGlowersons in the background and makes it, you know, fill in. I don't know. I feel this one more. So let's see what Adam did with his edit, and then we'll come back from there.
Adam Lerner, and welcome to this week's Raw Edit. And this week we have a very cute little pussycat playing with a string. You know, pet photography is not that easy because pets tend to not just sit there and pose. So at 1/50th of a second, I would consider this a pretty lucky grab to have sharpness because, you know, it's hard to capture action. You know, knowing that we've got an 18-55, 3.5 to 5.6, I would have maybe gone 3.5, lowered the ISO and a faster shutter speed because we have got just an insane amount of grain in here. But you know, that kind of works, and I think that particularly in black and white that's going to work. Even though I love the blue eyes on this kitty cat, I think that the color information is so minimal that if we try to, let's say, add some blacks, or if we add some contrast, you know, we're just going to get, well, the contrast isn't so bad. You know, we're going to get some kind of weird effects here. So we'll start with a quick color and we'll see where that goes. And then I think we're probably going to go black and white. I don't mind that the kitty cat was backlit. I think that that's okay. I like the kind of haloing effect and, you know, the kind of blown out highlights over here. That's kind of cool. So let's just bring this in over here, and maybe we're just going to have to add a little bit of blacks just to bring that into somewhere around there. Yep, I also want to kind of crop it. I feel like, you know, we're so tight on the top that I don't really want to see this comforter anymore. So I'm just going to crop it over to about there, and we'll add maybe just a little bit of blue just to bring out the color of those really cool eyes. Something like that. Sharpening, we'll just do a little bit of sharpening. I don't really know how sharp it is. It's so grainy to begin with. So we'll do something like there. I mean, noise reduction I'm not really a fan of, but let's just see what happens with noise reduction. You know, it really kind of smooths things out. Let's try some noise reduction here. Yeah, why not? We'll do that. I don't normally play with this. In fact, I don't use it for my photos, but we'll try it. Yeah, we'll just kind of do something like that. Let's see. I'm just going to go with before and after. Yeah, we're looking a little little yellow here. So we're just going to bring the temperature down just a little bit, somewhere around there. And let's just go before and after again. You know, I just don't really care for the color version of this. So let's, boom, we're in black and white. And let's just make this more dramatical. So we're going to just pump up the contrast here a little bit further, add some clarity, boom, like that. And we're going to add a little bit more fill, before and after. I feel like it needs some more definition here, a little more blacks, somewhere like that. And probably some vignetting. Just bring it in. Ooh, look at look what's happening there. There we go. Something like that. That's a lot better. Going to feather that out a little bit. Yeah, again, before and after, you know, it's a tough one to wrangle here. But you know what? I think, yeah, we'll just keep playing with this a little bit further, but I'm almost done. Almost done. Let's see. Something like right there, a little more of that. Let's see what some toning does. Nope, don't like that. Little pink toning, because it's a little kitty. That's kind of cool. Yeah, but, you know, we're not going to go that. Well, actually, you know, the pink toning is not bad. Let's just see how that does. Yeah, you know, let's just keep it like that, nice and soft. And, you know, we'll keep it pink for Valentine's Day. So that's going to be my edit, and let's go off and see what Jared's got.
Here we are back. We've got Adam Lerner taking up the bottom corner of the screen, as always, and here we go. We've got my black and white on the top left. We've got Adam's split tone on the right, and we've got the photographer's edit on the bottom middle. So I know this was your favorite photo that we've ever done.
Yes. How did you know?
I know Adam wasn't a fan. He's got dogs, but he still likes kitty cats, right?
I do. I'm an animal lover. I love all animals.
You're a lover.
Yes.
Anyway, so what were you going for in this, and what do you think of the three of them right off the bat?
I don't care for the photographer's edit. Sorry to the photographer. I'd say there's something very... What's that? It's very dark, and you know, we just don't have a lot of I don't know, just very flat looking to me. You know, I just think that the face needs to be a little bit brighter.
Sure.
You know, the edit that you've done, you know, you've brightened things up. You've added, you know, a lot of exposure or fill or whatever to give it a much softer, much nicer glow. And, you know, that's the thing about photographing a kitten. You know, you want a kitten to look soft, and you want it to have a nice glow to it. So I would say, you know, if we had a winner here, it would probably be yours, in my opinion. Yeah.
Well, you know what I'll say is you know, looking at the photographer's edit, it's interesting. I would like to see a little bit more exposure pumped into the face. And what I did with mine is I added that post-crop vignette because I felt that it would cut back on some of the dead area behind it, which would allow you to be drawn right into the cat.
Works.
Yeah, and I'm really happy with that black and white now that I put it up against your split tone. And I almost said the shit tone.
The shiz tone.
Yeah, it's just one of those things.
I hit the shiz tone button. I mean, I don't know. Look, you know, I didn't really know what to do with this image. It was such a high resolution. You know, so much noise. Let's say that the color information to me was just gone. And because it was backlit, but there wasn't really anything bouncing light on the kitten's face. I don't know. I thought, you know, it's maybe if we made it pinkish, you would give it a little bit of a kind of a softer, more feminine look.
I'll actually tell you, there is a split tone in mine. It's very, very subtle. It's very, very subtle. I mean, I went through because it was interesting. I wasn't sure what I liked, what I didn't like, because it is a difficult photo to try to edit, but I wanted to go through and force my way through to see if I could come up with something good. But there are those images from time to time that you get, and you're just like, I don't know what I could do to it. But, you know, it is what it is. Yeah,
I mean, that doesn't mean that I'm not going to do something with it. I just, you know...
You had trouble.
I wouldn't even say trouble. I just, it's, sometimes you just have to dig deep and, I like what you did. I think that you pushed it a little bit further than I should have. I should have gone to that next level. Problem for me is that when I was pushing it like that, it just looked so washed out.
Sure.
But now, in comparison, I really, I definitely prefer yours. I know you added a lot more blacks to keep some texture in the fur. I can't see going 40 by 60 with this, but as like a nice little snapshot, it's cute.
And I think I think you brought up something very interesting on the importance of these raw edits each week, is the fact that when you see other people's images next to yours, it helps you see what you did that you may not like, or to see something that you really like that other people did and start to incorporate it in your own editing. That is what these raw edits are about. It's about taking these files and one, having fun with it, but two, seeing how everybody else edits it so that you can go, oh, you know what, I like what they did to this file, maybe I will try that, or I don't like that split tone color, so maybe I won't go that direction in the future. So, Ad, we're going to wrap it up right there.
Sounds good to me, Jared.
All right. Well, you'll get them for week 64 coming up with that new file.
All right, then.
All right. So we're going to be over and out from here. I hope you guys enjoyed this video that stacks up all of the other ones together into one video to make it much easier for you guys to watch in one place. Just one video uploaded each week on the Tuesday, and there you have it. If you'd like to submit your raw file, you can send it to froknowsphoto@gmail.com, and maybe we will be sitting here with your file and your edit. Adam, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Jared, Polin, froknowsphoto.com. See ya. Now it's time for your raw edits of the week 63 of the Kitty Cat. Now, I've only selected 13. There were a ton out there, but there were only a few that really jumped out at me. And I know that it's just, my opinion on what jumped out at me, but some of you may agree. So let's go through the 13 of them that I've pulled out here and take a look. I like the color in this. This wasn't the very easiest picture to pull out good color for, and this person did a great job with that. I like the tones. I like the bedspread. I like the background. Sure, there's a lot of noise going on, but that's what's going to happen when you're shooting at 5.6 with an 18-55 at 3200 ISO. But the cat looks great. The eyes, there's color there. It's not too sharp. I saw a lot of images that were way too sharp with it. Again, this wasn't an easy file to edit, but that's what these raw edits are about, is challenging yourself to see what you can do. I like the colors here. This is awfully bright in the background where they used a lot of fill light. This did something a little different. It was darker in the background, but the cat is still has an interesting look to it. It may not be a true representation of what the cat would look like, but I think this person did a great job editing it to get the color, to get the eyes to pop, to get the ears to look good, to get the face to look good, especially in the shadow area. Nice job. Here's another one. It's a little more muted, but I think it works well, especially that the light's coming in from the back. The color looks good. I would like to see a little more fill in the kitty, but again, the cat is in the shadows, and doing anything different like my edit was, I brought out more of it, so it didn't seem like it was in the shadow. So this is good there if you wanted to keep with the true nature of this photo with the shadow. Nice job. What I like about this one is it's softer. It's a kitty. It's not harsh. Like you can see, this is harsh and like clarity and sharpness. This is nice and soft. Like they went in there and softened the kitty. Like you're petting the kitty, and he's getting all soft and gooey because it's just a nice... this is a really, really nice soft edit. Nice job there. This is a very nice black and white edit as well. I like the tones. I like the color. The grain happens because, now it looks extra sharp. But you know what? They actually painted the background out, it looks like, to make the background smooth. So it works pretty well. So nice job there. I like the colors here. I like what's going on. I mean, the background is blotchy. I don't know if that's something that happens with the D3100 or during the editing process, if you decided that you wanted to blow out the background and make it softer like the rest of this image. It's still a cute kitty. Nice colors, nice tones in this one. I do like it. This is, a little bit too much fill light, I think, for my liking. It's a nice try, but I would have followed this up with a little more black levels or pulled back down, excuse me, on the exposure slightly. But I still like the job done here. I think it's a nice job. I like this off-the-wall one. You know, they rotated the kitty cat. There were 2 edits that were off the wall that this photographer did, and I like this. The green eyes, a little strange, but the way that the cat's head is shaped like a heart and everything that's going on here, I really thought it was worthwhile to throw it up in this. This is just an off-the-wall color edit. It's extreme color. Don't know if it would work, but maybe a client would like this. I like this black and white. It's not too harsh. It's not too saturated. It's not too over the top. It's a very nice edit. So nice job there with the black and white. And the color here, it's the hand. I like it. I mean, that's what I picked out here. Not so much the color or the edit, just the fact that they put a person's arm in the paw of the kitty. And I find this edit to be intriguing. It's it's on the glowy McGlowerson side, but I do like it. I like the color that it's muted. A little too much fill light, but still, it's a nice edit, and I think it does work out pretty well. This is a little harsh. Now, I like where they were going. If this was on the little softer side, I think it would work slightly better because look at the face. It gets a little munchy. It gets a little munchy in there because of how sharp and how, I mean, look at the background. Look at all the grain back here. Don't get me wrong. I don't mind grain at all. It doesn't bother me. It's showing up, but it doesn't bother me. I just think it's a little too harsh on the sharpness and clarity. I'd like to see that pulled back. So that brings us back to the beginning. Yes, there were only 13, but there means that I'm not speaking too well. That means there's more opportunity for next week for you to edit next week's file and see what you come up with for the monkey. So there you have it, your raw edits of the week 63. Thank you for watching. Jared Polin, FroKnowsPhoto.com. See ya.